The new Redhawk 22A just landing here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, and I think this is the best little Class C, or call it mini home, or whatever you want to call it. I love this layout. I think it's the best layout I've ever seen in a smaller category. If you just don't want or have no need for one of these giant 35, 40 foot behemoths, this is an easy driving smaller model that has just a surprisingly spacious living area and frankly impressive storage both inside and out, which is another thing smaller coaches often tend to lack. Back that up with the best industry in the business, I think you got a recipe for some success here. I like a lot of things about this RV, but frankly, the fact that even with the slide closed, it feels nice and big and open. You can see you could fold that dinette down for traveling stops, for sleeping. Of course, you've got the front over cab sleeper area on there. You know, you're pretty functional here. I don't think it even needs a slide, but it sure is nice when it opens up. And whether it's that 7-foot ceiling or the lighter interior decor that you're looking at here, when you open it up, this little thing, it neither looks nor feels little. It kind of operates on the concept of like a full wall mega slide without the mechanical challenges of a full wall mega slide. What I mean by that is it just takes a ton of engineering to make that thing work. This is a normal RV slide out. You may have noticed even in the dining area, the whole RV is carpetless. It is easy cleaning, which is very handy if you're not going to use this. Well, it's always handy, but it's especially handy if you're going to use it as a little bit of a family camper. If you take a look, up front, you see obviously we have that traditional Class C over cab bed and the privacy curtain, but that big U-dinette, whether you're in transit or at your destination, that can fold down into a sleeping space as well. A neat thing, as long as we're talking about that over cab sleeping area, that's a best-in-class quality that Jayco carries. They are overhead bunks on Class A, Class C, even here. This is a Redhawk SE, the most smart, simplified, whatever you want to call it, edition of a motorhome Jayco creates. It still has the same best-in-class 750-pound cab rating. Now, if you're kind of curious, you see that cushion on the left there. That is the little filler cushion that you use on the U-dinette on top of the table when you fold it down into sleeper mode. The other cushions you can just kind of get out of the way if you want to. Now, down below that, this has a relatively untouched, a fairly raw sort of cab area, because the idea behind this RV is you're probably going to drive it to your destination, and then you're probably not going to use the cab area anymore. You're using this just to get there. You're enjoying the shorter length, easier driving nature of this guy. And other than that, you're going to be either here in your slide out living area, or you're going to be outside under the awning. Now, a quick note. What looks like the rear view mirror on this, it's actually really intelligent. You see how it's actually like a blue screen? That is your backup camera or in-motion monitor. So it's kind of cool that they place that instead of in the dashboard. They put it up where a rear view mirror feels very organic to look at, and without even thinking, you catch yourself looking up there. So one more feather in the cap of this one. If you're a first-time motorhome owner, this is a nice small starter point for you. You know, maybe 5-6 years from now, you're thinking about getting into that big giant diesel pusher. This would be a good way to start the motorized lifestyle. Or frankly, maybe you just don't want that big thing and you're happy with small. This works too. Flipping us around the other direction as we come up toward that dining slide, look under the table. There's household and USB plugs, and you see seat belts all over. That's something Jayco is very good about. Not only do they include as many seat belts as they possibly can on a model, but they actually don't just meet minimum safety requirements on seat belts. They exceed federal guidelines by at least 10%. Kind of like they have the extra third brake light on the outside. They're always very good about safety items, even here at their most basic point of motorized. They don't scale down on safety. And understand, when the word seatbelt comes into play, you're suddenly under federal regulations and guidelines. They can't just slap something and screw it to a piece of OSB and say, hey, it's a seatbelt. Now that this thing has a motor and seatbelts, there's massive guidelines that go into place. So that is not something that they take lightly, nor should you. And the good news, in a Jayco, you don't have to. Love Love that panoramic viewing window there. Gets you some great cross breeze too. Now all of our AC ducts can be turned and closed individually, and that in conjunction with the really good lighting package in here, it you know, you have good control of your air, your light, your everything. Now we'll open up all the storage and see that in just a second. I love the wide open nature of this floor plan. It feels so open and spacious despite being such a short and easy kind of driver and goer. All that kitchen drawer space is awesome, but I love the spot for a big wastebasket. That's one of those things I see overlooked so many times, and as a person who actively camps, it's one of the things that I look for. Notice that recessed stovetop and the stainless sink. They're still using very nice fixtures in here. You know, simple doesn't have to mean cheap. It just kind of means simple. Convection microwave over here next to our gas electric travel-in fridge freezer. And as we pivot around, taking a look at the corner bed area here, you see full storage overhead. Very common bedroom arrangement. I have a suspicion that that privacy shade overlooking that bed will probably be closed nearly 100% of the time from the previous owner. But what's neat is they did include TV hookups here on the opposite side of the fridge, so that if you want to have your own kind of dedicated bedroom entertainment separate from the living room, you can do that too. Now over here, this is the biggest bulk of our personal kind of either, say, call it dresser storage space and closet space. But you see under that bathroom stainless sink right there, it's an open split bath. You've also got, you know, storage over there as well. So, you know, places for body washes, hand soaps. And this big hanging closet here is the perfect place to keep that dinette conversion cushion kind of tucked out of the way. I had it up on the forward cab area initially. Another thing, you see that light switch on the wall? They're awesome about that. At Jayco in general, they're always giving you switches to make everything simpler and easier to get to, so you don't have to go climbing over the dinette to click lights on and off individually. I just can't get over the good, clean look of this thing. When you close everything up, when the cabinets aren't all blown wide open like I had them, it feels so spacious in here. It's super cool. Now the split bath idea is like if someone's using the shower or maybe the toilet, you can still get over here, wash your hands, and look at the size of that vanity. Huge. And that's part of the reason I think it looks and feels so big is those double XL mirrors right there. They just give you the sense of more space, and it just opens it right up. Similarly, here in the bathroom, you've got the extra tall ceiling, you've got your power vent fan, skylight, as well as that big bathroom viewing and breeze window here, which of course has a privacy shade. Radius shower track means that big goofballs like me have plenty of elbow room, and it's not a big step over tub, it's just a simple, easy step-in shower. Very uncommon in the motorized industry is Jayco's 2+3 warranty. There is nothing else in this class or category boasting anything similar. Now there's, you know, the normal Chevy warranties that go along with the Chevy 4500 chassis that we're on here, but I don't believe there's any like common Class C manufacturer that has, first of all, just even the double length 2-year warranty of Jayco plus their 3-year structural assurance. There's more peace of mind here and more protection and personal comfort than I think anyone else offers. So why is that? What are they doing different? Well, it's a bunch of little things. Like if you look at that nose cap, it actually fully sleeves over the side walls, and it moves all of the seams from areas of high stress to low stress. What that all means in English is we're avoiding leaks, ladies and gentlemen. That's the last thing you want in any coach. That's the last thing you're going to expect here. As we zip our way down here, pardon me if we're getting a little bit of wind. I'm way up on a wide open hill with no other trailers to block the wind currently. But you can see we've got our Onan 4000 generator down here. That'll give you full function, even if you're in the middle of a parking lot, like I'm at right now. It's like a perfect example. But this is cool. Previously, all these doors would have just flopped down against the skirt. But they have made it so that every little baggage door basically is like drawbridge style, which is handy for 100 reasons. Like you can use them to set things on sometimes. Obviously you don't want to set bags of concrete mix onto it, but you get the idea. Handy little outside utility shower and black tank flush back here in the corner. Just nice little touches. This is a simple, smarter class right here, but it is executed to perfection. On the Chevy chassis, this will have a 5,000 pound tow rating. You gotta kind of watch the hitch ratings from some manufacturers. You know, they'll say 7,500 pound hitch, but that doesn't mean 7,500 pound towing. Thankfully, Jayco doesn't tend to be very guilty of that. We're gonna get up on that roof in just a second, and but first, I wanna look over here. Is it the biggest RV in the world? No. But they gave us all of the awning space they possibly could. What's also neat is this does still have an automatic power entry step versus the little bucket step, which will save you $1. And I don't think it's common, but it does run the risk of bottoming out, and you could, you know, if you go over a speed bump or something, you could case the thing and smash that step up. I've never personally seen it happen. I've only heard of it happening one time, but I guess theoretically it can happen. Now, one of the cool things about that corner bed is it actually opens up the opportunity for some very excellent outdoor storage capacity, which this is something smaller coaches like this very often lack. Having this outdoor storage like we're looking at here is excellent. And while we're inside here, I want to point out a couple things. You've got your outside TV hookups in there, and you see that black box. If you decide to add a solar panel to the roof that we're going to see in just a moment, that is where the prep wiring is all located. Beautiful look at Haylett RV over there in the distance, but that's not why we're here. We're here to take a look at this roof. Not going to see a whole lot, you know, a roof is a roof is a roof, but I do like to point out the fact that up here on this laminated roof is just super sturdy, stable, fully walkable, and you do have that roof solar prep right there. I also like to point out the really heavy-handed nature of their sealant use on these. So they're gonna make sure you're not going to have any sort of, you know, factory instilled glitches or anything like that. Now we're a little bit, you know, a little ways away, but as you can see here, we have no shortage of things to look at over there at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. So give us a call. We do everything except for hidden dealer fees. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.